Jordan Love is on the show. Pookie is on the show. I want to know what him and Veronica are wearing for Halloween. I want to know about his chemistry with Tucker Kraft. I want to know what he thought about the 18-inning Dodger game, as he is, of course, that's his home team. He likes the Brewers, I'm sure. Calm down, Packer fans. Lots to get into. Very excited to have him after what was an unbelievable, record-breaking historical performance. What did it mean to him? What was that like? Did he feel Aaron Rodgers, glare while he was out there pulling those 20 straight completions? I don't know. It was like 3/4 of incredible, masterful work, something that Aaron himself did not do. We're going to get to the bottom of a lot of it. Taylor Lewan and Will Compton at Bussin with the Boys. They are here as well, as they are every couple of weeks. Mr. Spooktober, Mr. Lewan, I got questions for you. Let's get into it. Did I look in the mirror this morning? Absolutely not. Do I have clips in my hair for... This is a good look. This is a good look, okay? This is 18 innings of action, Matthew. Anyone want to bring him up? There he is. Here he is. I watched the entire game.
I can't believe that.
There's only very few reasons, as you know, that I would watch an entire game like that I would be invested in something like that. I didn't go to the game. I could go tonight. Guess who's not going to go? I can't. It's so far. If it was like one of the teams could win it, then I'm in. But this is like a in-betweeny.
Even for that, you would be gone by the 4th inning. That's
correct. I did stay at the entire Steph Curry overtime.
So why does it matter if one team could win it or not if you're not even going to stay to see?
Because the vibes are different. The vibes are different. Going into it's different. All of that's different. But what a game! And Jordan Love, who's on the show, Packers quarterback, Brewers fan, I'm sure. Calm down, I'm sure. I bet he's tired this morning too. I bet he stayed up to watch all 18 innings as well.
I bet you're right. He loves those Dodgers.
Yeah, he loves those Dodgers. He loves Shohei. We'll get into all of that. We'll ask Taylor Lewan and Will Compton if they love what's going on between Justin Herbert and Madison Beer, their costumes, all of that. Taylor Lewan, he was on our show before he became this darling that he. It's not true. This darling that he is. I want to ask him about Sark. This Sark to Tennessee story. Is it deaded? Is it done? I don't know what to believe. I don't know how much I care, but is he offended that Sark is saying no? I'm not interested. That's a friend of their show. I have questions. You know what I don't have questions about?
What's that?
The undeniability of the Chiefs. You and I were texting last night. Hamilton and I texting, and we said as the second half was kicking off, we were both like, this just feels like they're going to run away with it. And then they did. Weird start to that game, of course, but they are, these are the headlines this morning. They're inevitable. They're undeniable, and it's so true. They are 5-1 in their last 6 games. They're in a playoff spot as things currently stand. They are a game back of the Broncos for the AFC West lead. There were a couple turnovers early on both sides were funky, but Patrick Mahomes could not have been better in this one. He's running too much compared to the rest of the team. Anybody else want to chime in with the running game? Go for it. Rice did. Patrick was a ridiculous 17 for 19 after halftime. 210 yards, 3 touchdowns, second in the league in passing, leads the league with 21 total touchdowns. The wildest part, and a great talking point for his MVP narrative. I roll from the rest of the NFL. Fine, take it, eat it this morning. He's done all this. There has not been a single receiver, y'all, to put up a 100-yard game on this offense yet this year. That's insane. This thing is starting to click on every level of the video game. Rashid back in the mix. Some people very concerned with being the first ones to call the end of the Chiefs dynasty, that they didn't pay attention to the way Brett Veach and Andy Reid retooled the roster and made all the right tweakments this offseason. Hold on, I lost my little place here. I had notes because I stayed up for these 18 innings. I actually didn't sleep a wink last night, so let me just get to where I need to get with this MVP narrative because it's pretty amazing. I do think, and obviously because you have Brett Veach and Andy and some of these, and Travis looking like 2014 Travis, does that take away from Patrick's MVP argument? You can make the case for that. I do think we're at the point where we can say that this is, with the Super Bowl sites that they have, this is like a very complete team. Name a more complete Patrick Mahomes era team. I don't know that we have one. Top 5 total offense, top 5 defense right now. They haven't had that since the franchise joined the NFL after the merger. They're outgaining their opponents by an average of 100 yards per game. That's insane. Tops in the league. No one's better. They've now scored 4+ touchdowns in 5 straight games for the first time ever in the Mahomes era. And we've talked about the offense getting better as pieces get back here and they get healthy and all of that, what the rest of the AFC has to do to keep them down. I don't know. Nobody's convincing to me. The Spags defense has been better and better too. They were kind of weird to start the season, but they've only allowed 24 points in the last 3 games combined. And they played Detroit in there. 23 points in the last 3 games combined. That is spooky. That is the scary movie. And of course it's happening right on time. They got the Bills this week. Mike North, Charlotte, incredible job with the schedule to have that going on right now. We'll get to that here in a minute. Commander side, I don't know what to say. Ooh. Well, Compton is a former commander. Well, Compton thinks that this commander's he was the foundation to this commander's team. He might speak on that here in a little bit with Bussin and the boys. We're in desperado mode. Not that anybody expected them to win this one without Jaden. It's not even the 3-5. That is worrying me. It's this. They get the Seahawks next on Sunday Night Football. They get the Lions after that. They have to win against Seattle next week. Point blank. They need Jaden healthy. Terry, by the way, 2 of the best catches. Hamilton and I were texting about it. 2 of the best catches you'll see this NFL year in Terry's comeback return. That's how important and how amazing he is. In case you forgot, he got to show you under the bright lights. But if they lose this one against Seattle, and then they're 3-6 with this Detroit game on the docket. Man, here's what's fascinating about it to me. What do you do if, hello, you guys can give me your questions at Hey K Adams, at Up and Adams Show. You can, of course, put them in the YouTube chat. Hopefully you're subscribed. We like to talk and bleed through the TV breaks onto the YouTube. So you to get the full experience and the best from our guests, you got to pay attention to that as well. My fascination with this is like the Adam Peters seat. He's at his desk. He's done so many great things, speaking of foundationally, to get this where it is. What do you do if you're 3-6 and Detroit's on the way? What do you do? Because the deadline is right there. Do you move some pieces? How do you approach the deadline? Do you get back draft pick? You're great at drafting, so you know that. That's not an issue. What can you get back? The defense is a problem. I don't necessarily know if it's fixable. Will Compton, I'm sure, will have thoughts on that. Do we just do the right thing? Is the right thing to look at the future and get some younger, faster pieces on defense? This is a team I had Super Bowl hopes for. Of course, last year, not really a better story in the National Football League, what the Commanders were able to do that turnaround, what it means for them as a team, what it means for other teams trying to make that turnaround. I'm waffling, Hammy, on whether or not I think they can turn this around and be contenders. I don't know. I'm trying to think of who the comp to them is in the AFC. I guess it's like the Ravens.
Yeah.
But the Ravens are getting Lamar back at the right time. I don't know. It's very interesting. It's really the defense.
Yeah. And it's not, they don't have the Eagles sitting at the top of that division. They have the Steelers. That's a big part of it. But yeah, it's the defense. It's the health. Like, a lot of it is not any fault of their own. Like, you lose Jaden and Terry McLaurin for such a long stretch, and you have one of the toughest schedules in the National Football League. This is going to happen. But the defense is where, you saw the issues in the offseason. And I don't, personally, I don't think it's something you can fix, because I think they just, they're aging. They look a little slow on that side of the ball, and they need an infusion of young talent. And I don't know that there's anything they can do at the deadline that's going to fix that. So if I forget, I think the question for Will is, can we fix this if Cal's listening? Like, the question is, what do you do for Adam Peters? Yeah.
Like, do you sell pieces? Do you retool? Do you go and bet on yourself and what the future could look like, which is saying that this isn't our year, we're cooked.
Yeah. And I think it might be, again, if they beat Seattle, it's a different conversation. But
yeah. Do you think they beat Seattle?
It's going to be tough.
We won't talk about
Patrick
Mahomes'
back.
299 yards.
Oh my God.
That was a fun little group text, a little parlay yesterday. Although everyone on the parlay is freaking out about the yards and on Twitter. And by the way, like Debo never got his touchdown. And I've never seen you more stupidly confident that this kid was going to get like veteran.
You got to believe.
No, this is what he does. This is what you. I was like, who am I? Who am I on this text chain with? That you thought you're so worried about the yards, and I'm like, wait, we didn't get the touchdown. That's the hardest thing to get here with 3 minutes left. Nope, it's coming. I was like knocking my head against the wall. Yeah, that was not your best moment yesterday. The bravado was insane. Save that for Mamaroneck.
You have to believe.
Save that for Mamaroneck and New Rochelle. Unbelievable. We'll get to the Bills another time. I have things to say about the Bills. I got questions about a bunch of these teams, but we got the Bussin boys here. We got Will Compton, Taylor Lewan. What happened to Spooktober? I got questions. And I'm starting with Lewan. Is he in a costume? He should be in a costume every day this week. What kind of a Spooktober Halloween face are you? What's happening in this world? All right. I kind of want to get my Bills thoughts out here.
Okay. Or we could do tomorrow. There's some underreaction stuff we can do with that.
That's fine.
If you want to.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. I just want to say, if you don't have complete blind faith in your parlay down the stretch, it's not going to happen for you. You have to have that full belief. That's probably why it didn't happen.
No surprise to anyone that I'm the worst in these situations.
5 minutes into the game, you're bailing.
We
completely.
have a group text of like
over.
12 people, as I'm sure like everybody does. It's like the fun, responsible fun you have on during these games. And I'm 3 minutes and that sloppy play, like obviously like the Travis thing, that happens and I'm out. I leave the group chat. I literally go, cool, I'm out. Like I just fail. I don't think I've ever had in the history of me and FanDuel. Hamilton, have you ever seen me have faith that the parlay is going to hit?
No.
Never once?
No.
Maybe I need to visualize it like Jordan Love
Even
did
when it does, yeah. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm excited to talk
Got to put that energy out there.
I'm excited to talk to Jordan. Excited to talk to the Bussin guys. Need to get to the bottom. All this college tumult. Does being a college coach suck?
It's rough.
NFL or
I mean,
both?
I think college, especially now, like in this era of college football, like, I dabbled in that world a little bit, and like some of the guys that I coached with, they don't want to do it anymore. Like it's a full on business. It lost kind of what made it fun for them and enjoyable for them.
Would NFL thrive there because of these changes? Because they like know what the deal is? Right.
We might start seeing it more. Obviously, it hasn't gone super well for Bill, but some of these other guys,
who got fired?
I wouldn't be surprised if we start seeing it.
The Penn State guy got fired, but that's old news.
Yeah, Brian Kelly from LSU.
Rumors because the old Notre Dame coach Brian Kelly got canned.
Yeah.
And then who's the other guy?
Billy Napier from Florida.
The Florida coach, and now people are saying that Lane could take that job.
Yeah. And he is just on another level right now.
If you're Lane and you're like the king of Ole Miss, where can you go that's better than that? Not Florida. Just
that's what
LSU.
I'm saying. Like
LSU,
when you have these,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Am I wrong? I literally don't know. I mean, Josh Pate is rolling over somewhere right now. Like,
LSU has the more prestige,
up, right?
but
I know what I'm talking about.
I'm with you. When you build these programs up, stay. It's fun.
No,
he's the man. He's the man there.
Miles
forever.
Garrett, Max, go chase a ring. My next guests, the creators, the founders, the co-hosts of Bussin' with the Boys. We have Will Compton and Taylor Lewan for their bi-weekly chat. Look at these smiles. We loved it. Look at this college football girly straight off a Notre Dame trip. Aren't you guys proud? Aren't you proud?
Well, how was the trip? Yeah, tell us about it.
I went straight to the linebacker and said, there was a huge line and it was raining. And I said, I know Will Compton. Do you know Will Compton? I do. And then they let me in. That's the name I dropped. Not Chris Collinsworth.
I love that.
Not Sam Hartman. Sam Hartman, by the way, I don't know if you guys saw his. Maybe the control room could pull up. Sam Hartman wearing a no undershirt blazer, just naked as a jaybird underneath getting off the plane. Do you, Sam Hartman? Did not drop his name. Did not drop a Golick. Not a Golick in sight. Will Compton, you got me into linebacker. I didn't kiss the pole. you have to
Really?
like lick a pole or something. It didn't do that. But
I don't know if I've heard of that
Budweisers.
tradition.
Oh yeah, there's like I'll take you next time. I'll show you the
Okay,
ropes. Well,
okay.
I'll show you the ropes. Hey, this college coaching thing, you just heard us in the break talking about this. Is it just like not that fun to be a college coach right now? What do I need to know?
I think there are a lot of expectations. This is, with the NIL world and everything else, there's a lot of money funneling into college football teams, or like all of these different schools everybody's taking it very seriously, as they should. But yeah, it's one of those gigs. It's kind of like the NFL. Like, it is now a full-on business, and if you're not living up to expectation from the top, they will fire you mid-season.
Yeah, it's a whole new Wild West taking place in college football right now. NIL, money is running everything. The biggest difference between like NFL and college and the money is these kids are still choosing where they need to go, and there's no like contractual obligation to stay longer than one season. So there really is it's just off the rails right now. But as a viewer, I'm enjoying the hell out of it.
Well, I'm a fake college girly, but I am an NFL. I love the NFL. So when it trickles into my world, I'm interested, right? And so clearly there has to be some, what's the lesson in this? There is going to be some more crossover or more shakeups as the college coach cycle sort of keeps turning. And then Sark came into my timeline, and he's a friend of your show, and there was a report that he was interested in Tennessee or some connection there, and he came out and he adamantly, emphatically said absolutely not, okay? And I'm thinking, Taylor, you have to have a take on that. What do you want to say to your boy? He's too good for Tennessee? He completely shut it down. He's a friend of Bussin with the Boys. What's up?
Yeah, he's a friend of the show. If I'm Sark and I look at all the things that I have going for me in Austin, Texas, he's got Texas money, he's got oil money, he's got the infrastructure around him to be successful. He's got his pick of the litter when it comes to every player that comes out of there. And Texas is a major place for recruits. And then if I'm Sark and I'm like, I would like to coach in the NFL, and the Titans would be the option. Just unbiasedly looking at the franchise right now, it's not competitive. There's too many holes. You're not going to be able to fix it in 1 year. And there's disorganization top to bottom. So that's not a shot. That is just, hey, you look at if it walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. Unfortunately, in this case, it is a duck. So if I'm Sark, I would want to stay in Texas too. I'm
shocked by this. I feel like you're supposed to be you're the Titans legend. You should be making the best case to reel in the big fish.
Yeah, you want to reel in the big fish. There's not a big sample size that was successful of college coaches going to the NFL. For me, when it comes to the Titans, I'm like, get somebody in there that understands the Titan franchise. It's very different. The owner lives in Houston. She's not always at every single press conference. You got 3 GMs right now. So it's you have to understand the Titans franchise to really be able to work in that franchise. And so Mike Vrabel is not available, but why not Arthur Smith? Who's been there. He was there when I first got there as an assistant tight ends coach. He worked his way up to an offensive coordinator. He's had experience now as a head coach, and as everybody does in their first job, they learn and grow and understand what they did wrong and right. He might be worth giving a look at and being this guy, give him a second shot and see if he's truly just a coordinator or he can be a legitimate head coach in the NFL.
This is the 6th time you brought up this man to be the head of the. Yeah. It's all but announced, breaking here on Bussin with the Boys. I feel like you guys keep going back to that, which I love. I want to get into last night because you're friends with Sark. He's been on Bussin with the Boys. You're friends with Travis Kelce, and it was such a joy last night to watch him. I was nervous at first. I was like, he's got to figure that out, but it's such a lesson to not writing a narrative or whatever it is. He looked so good, 2013, chef's kiss, all of that. I do wonder, he's obviously feeling himself this year, Will. He looks great, and he ties Priest Holmes for most touchdowns. He's celebrating all of it. That kind of stuff's going to make it so much harder for him to walk away. So when I'm thinking about him, when you're watching him out there doing his thing, I don't want to ask you if he's the greatest tight end. I don't want to ask about the Hall of Fame. I want to, what do you think he's thinking? When you feel yourself like this, he can't retire now. This cannot be some swan song season, win or loss in the Super Bowl.
Oh, man, I don't know. Travis and I haven't had these conversations on if it's going to be his last year. We're not that close. It was fun watching him last night. He catches that ball, puts his head down, knows he's lost a couple steps and he's just got to go as fast as possible.
Yeah.
But the fun he's having, it's like if it was his last year, this is the kind of year you want to be having. Yes, is he going to miss it dearly? Absolutely. But getting, waking up every morning and sacrificing everything you have to sacrifice for this game, which we know all these players do, like doing it year in and year out. If anything else, like this would be a farewell tour that you're wanting to have with this much fun and excitement. If it's going to be your last year, you don't want it to be a dud. And the fact that the Kansas City Chiefs has turned it around, Rice has come back. They have all their weapons to where Kelsey's now freed up. He's looking good now back in that offense. If nothing else, this is the type of year you want to be having if it is your farewell tour.
Taylor, do you think he knows?
I'm sure he has an idea of what he wants to do. The good thing that Travis has going for him is he is living in the 1% of 1% of 1% when it comes to people who play sports. And you get to write your own story. Like he's obviously a Hall of Famer. He's obviously done all the things that you don't want it to the Hall of Fame, all those things. But look at his life off the field. I mean, he has to love football to continue playing it when he's, going to marry the biggest superstar in the entire world. He's doing movies. He's got one of the biggest podcasts of all time. Like he has everything and more that he could possibly want. So in his shoes, if I'm him, if I still love the game, keep playing, just keep going. Who cares if it's like a Super Bowl ending or a not Super Bowl ending? Brother, you got 3. Like you've done everything you need to do. Now just enjoy and squeeze every piece of the juice, every piece of the orange you can at this point, because once it's over, you can't go back.
You got to squeeze every piece of the orange, Taylor.
Squeeze every piece of that orange.
I think what you're saying is how I approach it as a fan. Like watching last night, obviously there's the Chiefs undeniable, but it's just I'm very understanding that we're with precious moments. These are the precious Patrick Travis moments that we're watching, and I don't know how long we're going to have them. I don't know how it's going to end.
It's a good point, Kate, because I think at the beginning of the year when they were not looking so good, everyone's like, oh, this might be the end of them. It was kind of like joyous for a lot of people who are not Kansas City fans.
Yes.
And now that they're coming back, I think we've all kind of rerouted our brains a little bit. We're like, let's sit back and enjoy this Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, because this could be the last season. And this could be the last time they're able to make it to the Super Bowl and possibly win a Super Bowl. So it's like, it's kind of just changed the trajectory of I think how the public views the Chiefs as opposed to, oh man, they always win. They always get the calls. There's always like a level of hate going on with it. Now we're like, this is a cool story that we all get to be a part of.
And seeing them go through some of that adversity early on in the year that they did.
Yeah, it's super true. I mean, we're saying possibly they have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. Boys, what are we doing here?
They're going to the Super Bowl. Actually, Kay, I don't know. I don't know. Like, the Bills look better. Josh didn't have a great day last week. The Colts.
Josh didn't have to have.
Yeah, he didn't have to.
Cook is a weapon.
But you pop the film on, he's missing a couple throws in there. So it's like, but yeah, I like just in the AFC. Let's just talk AFC for a second.
Of course.
Bills, obviously, we're going to find out this week who's who in the zoo when it comes between the Chiefs and the Bills. The Bills will probably win that one because they always win the regular season. But no one's talking about it. It's at the bottom of your screen. It's the Indianapolis Colts.
Go on.
Like, before last week, they only give up 6 sacks as an offensive line. The defense is only giving up 20 points per game. They're putting up over 30 points per game. They have the number 1 rusher in the league in Jonathan Taylor. Daniel Jones is throwing the ball incredibly accurate. Like you can't look at any phase and be like, oh, there's a hole there. There's a hole there. Like with the Chiefs, you can look at the run game and say that. And with the Bills, you can be like, oh, hey, the back end of their defense, their front seven's a little smaller. With the Colts, it's like, where is the hole? And is it just because they've been bad for a little bit? They're in a bad division with the AFC South. Like they haven't truly been tested the way some of these other teams have. But like you put the film on, and that is an incredibly good team, a true contending team.
I would say maybe depth and experience would be the only, right? Like if they, knock on wood, lost one of those really key pieces that's making it working, their running back or something like that. The depth, I think, is a little worrisome potentially.
Help is always going to be a factor.
But I feel like the Chiefs would figure that out more. Like I think like that's head to head. But like
Chiefs got to worry about winning the division too. Like the Broncos play very good football as well. Like their defense, the Broncos have a very good defense. Bo Nix has been coming along. That offense has been figuring out throughout the year.
Yeah.
Fortunately, coaching, they're getting in the coach offensively from wins and not losses in the loss column. But the Denver Broncos are playing very well too, and that defense is salty.
And Bo Nix just continues to get better.
I mean, they put together 4 quarters. That's all a girl could ask for. It was on my wish list. Like, why don't you just like not give me a heart attack? And they did it for 4, which is great to see. Guys, Daniel Jones goes to Kansas City to take on Patrick. What week is that? 12? Week 12. Mm-hmm. That's the game. that is
There'd
this
be
will
a lot
all.
of implications on that game. We were talking home field advantage, divisions, everything. It starts coming alive here once we get into November football.
People
November.
don't believe in Daniel, guys. That's like, let's just, if we're being that's why people don't think that they could. People don't believe in Daniel, but we have no reason to not in this situation.
Yeah, and it's the same story for Sam Darnold as well. Both those guys are playing as good at quarterback than anybody else. Like
Drake May.
The
Patriots. We're not even talking about the Patriots.
Right.
Well,
Dude, like Daniel Jones, like at some point we have to like wash off the old taste we had of Daniel Jones. Like he's a good football player and he's taking care of the football. He's throwing it deep down the field accurately, and they're utilizing the run game. Like they, in every phase of their offense, they are very, very successful. There's no way you can look at it any other way. So at this point, we have to look at Daniel Jones and go, guys, he's good at football. Like the whole bus thing, that's over now. Like he could be him.
He's in that spot to where it's like you're gonna have to prove it, win playoff games and all that stuff. People aren't gonna believe until that type of stuff happens.
the beautiful part of what just happened, and I've long been a Daniel Jones supporter. I love that y'all didn't even bring him up. You just said they're a contender. That it wasn't a storyline for you, but like the Brock Purdy gets that like not left and right, and they went to the Super Bowl. Like Daniel's not getting that from you two, and I take a lot of stock on that. I think that means a lot. Chiefs side, I'm looking at listen, Chiefs have, guys, look at this. They're at Buffalo, great game. They're at Denver, like you're saying, and then they're home against the Colts. 3 huge matchups for the Chiefs. I would say the only thing that's gonna take them out of it, they need to fix their run game. Taylor, I'm gonna show you both. I'm gonna start with you. Just bang for me. Should they trade for a running back? These are the ones available. They cannot get their running game going. It's this like committee approach. It's kind of working, but not really. What do you guys make of it?
Yeah, when it comes to the run game with the Chiefs, obviously as an offensive lineman, I'm a big like, hey, you got to run the ball to open up the pass. But the Chiefs are one of those anomalies. Isaiah Pacheco, he goes down yesterday. I'm not sure they were smiling on the sideline, so they're doing the whole ACL test. I don't know what the issue is there, but I don't think they need to go and give up a bunch of draft equity to go and get one of these running backs right now, because they kind of, when they're in these, third and one, fourth and one situations, it's like, it's a fake handoff, dump it off to Kelsey, get Rashid Rice in the boundary real quick. Like they've never been like a run first team. They never really have a running back that's going for 125, 130 yards in a game. It's like, that's the sampler. That's the Chili's. We just got the 3 of us. We got the little appetizer going right there. That's what you got. The meal, the course is on the perimeter. So I don't think for them to be successful, because they've shown it for so many years, they need a star-studded running back who's going to get the ball, 15, 20 times a game, because that's not their offense. That's not Andy Reid.
Should they trade Will? Who do you like?
If Pacheco, do we know how severe the injury is?
Don't.
It's all speculation at this point.
But I think they should trade for one anyway, even if he's held. Like it hasn't been what it needs to be.
Pacheco's shown that he can run the football well in that offense. Him and Kareem Hunt being a 1-2 punch. Obviously, Kareem is getting older, but if Pacheco is injured, I could very much see them going out and getting a running back, because being able to run the football is insanely important late in the season and in playoff football. So I think it kind of depends on Pacheco. Like for me, even if Pacheco's healthy, I know you're wanting a trade right here. I think Pacheco's a good ball player, and he's also proven it in that system. They'll just continue to roll. But if he is injured, I could very much see the Chiefs going to get somebody, and they should, because they are in a situation where they can compete. They can win the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
You guys have a 30% profit boost to talk about. I think I do. It's just all FanDuel's just giving it up on Sunday. All NFL action odds have to be plus 100 or longer. So we've got some upsets to choose from. We've got lots going on. Is there anything that you guys? Let's look at some of these spreads. We have some spooky spreads for you, gentlemen. Is there an upset you want to call using this up before you go? I think we have it. It's number 9.
Pop it up, production team.
Pop it up.
Get it up there.
You could use this. You could not use this. Whatever.
Just in the candy jar.
Yeah, call my shot on something you like here, gentlemen.
Let's see. Are we talking about upsets here?
I don't know. Whatever you feel like, because you can use it on anything. You can use this 30% profit boost token on anything. So anything that you guys. These are just some big spreads.
Okay. Saints, they just benched their quarterback. Rams, defensive line. Salty.
If I'm digging in the candy jar here,
Yep.
saying trick or treat and reaching for that super size, that king size bar,
Yes.
I'm into taking the Rams covering minus 13.5 against the New Orleans Saints. New Orleans Saints not a very good football team. They just benched their quarterback. They're in disarray. The Rams are getting Puka Nacua back. The Rams are playing as well as anybody in football. You can argue with them at the top of the NFC on the other side. I would take the Rams minus 13.5 against New Orleans.
Yeah, that's the spookiest of the lines, but maybe actually the safest. I love the way the Baltimore Ravens played. They got healthier on defense. Kyle Van Noy back, Roquan Smith came back. They looked much better on the defensive side of the ball, whether it's Huntley or whether it's Lamar. I like them covering 7.5 easy against the Dolphins. The good game the Dolphins had, that's like, that's a last ditch effort. I put no weight in their game last week.
That's a little bite-sized piece of candy.
Well, I don't know. Taylor used to like Halloween, but I'm watching the show yesterday, and there's no Halloween costume.
It's not good over here.
What's going on?
Morale's down.
Good.
Morale's down.
What's up?
I'm in a blender, Kay. I just, I'm so sucked into ball right now is what it is. And I forgot to keep the main thing. Like athletes, celebrities, individuals, everyone gets distracted. And I happen to get distracted on the most important month of the year. I've let down the fans, I've let down the people, and most importantly, I let down my best friend. And that's something that I have to go to bed and lay my head on the pillow at night. You think I slept well last night, Kay?
No, I don't. It wasn't the 18-inning Dodgers. No, it's not the Dodgers 18 innings. You unspooktobered yourself. I'm taking the title away.
Right now. I'm less than.
Yeah.
I should be sent away.
I thought you were going to have like Schefter dressed up. Like I thought that was going to be part of the brand, is you bringing the Spooktober joy to all across all platforms.
I'll say that there's a group chat going on right now.
Okay.
There's a group chat going on about Thursday. There's some possibilities out there.
It's a panic mode button being hit. This is a must-win situation. Yeah, tough year for Spooktober.
You guys are amazing. Guys, go ahead and use that boost, and you guys are amazing. Talk to you guys soon. Appreciate it. And happy Halloween to you.
Thank you, Kay. Happy Halloween to you as well.
I appreciate you. And you think about what you've done, Taylor. Jordan Love!
Zweite Mann war 29 von 37, 20. An sich direkte Abschlüsse. Monat des Sieges.
Little Victory Tuesday on the Up and Adam Show. My next guest, one of my faves, starting quarterback for the #1 seed in the NFC. Fresh off a huge Sunday night win, Jordan Love, but I feel like we should talk about the Dodgers. You love the Brewers. I know that, but the Dodgers are your childhood team. I'm going to guess that you watched all 18 innings last night?
Oh, I wish I could say I did. That was crazy. I was nowhere close. I think I fell asleep in like the 5th or the 6th inning.
What?
Yeah, I was asleep early last night. I didn't stay up, but great win for them.
Great win for them. Of course, they're not going to pitch to Ohtani the rest of the way. You had a huge win, but I'm going to start with this. I said you're coming on the show, and this Pookie thing has really become like insane. And this is like from years ago. Why? What's going on with the Pookie?
I don't know. I think Pookie got started on social media. Like, I think somebody started that, and it's been one of those things that's kind of just been like in the comments everywhere. And now the teams call me Pookie, and it's just kind of taken over. And hey, I'm not going to be mad at it. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Could be worse nicknames, but I'll take Pookie.
Does Coach LaFleur refer to you as Pookie?
Nah, he don't call me Pookie.
What does he call you?
Calls me Jordan. He doesn't have any nicknames for me right now.
My favorite thing is, as I was preparing for this interview, and there's so much to talk about, the streak, the win, it's also insane, and congratulations to you and your team crushing it right now. But I'm looking at, like, this picture resurfaces. Like, these things take a life of their own, and I'm thinking, like, Jordan has nothing to do with this. So I think we have the picture, middle school photo. Come get some. Like, when you see this, what are you even thinking? This is now, like, the most viral thing with the Packers right now?
It's incredible. That is honestly, it's a good picture just because the shirt, like everything that's going on, my smile in that picture. There's a lot. That's just young J Love right there. But it's just funny that now it's just resurfacing. I'm not sure how it popped up, but it's out there, and obviously everybody's having some fun with it. So, it's a great picture.
Let's keep that picture up. What would this kid say if you told him at that point what he was going to do on Sunday night?
Oh man, that kid probably would be like, "What? What are you talking about?" Nah, that kid right there, he's got some swag. He's got that Nike shirt. That come get some. Yeah, he'd probably be amazed. I honestly didn't think I'd be here, but it's a blessing, and Yeah, you look at that kid. I don't know. Does anybody think that kid is going to be an NFL quarterback right there?
I do. I feel like Veronica's behind all of this because I think the Pookie originated with a comment from her on Instagram. My investigative reporting told me. Mr. Silly Body?
Silly Body.
That's
Yeah, that
another
one started with her. She started that one.
Yeah, I think Veronica gave this photo to the social
She's
media
leaking it.
team.
She's the
I
leak.
think so.
I mean, she's got the inside scoop for sure.
I think maybe she doesn't even know how much power she has because it is
Yeah,
so
she does.
insane.
I mean, her TikTok. You go look at the comments on her TikTok,
Yeah,
and it's crazy.
I did.
Did you? It's insane.
You guys have had some amazing Halloween costumes before we get to this game from Sunday night. What's the plan for this year? You guys really go all in. I love it.
We do. We're actually we're taking this Halloween off.
Oh.
I heard you and you guys just going in on their no decorations on the last segment, but yeah, we're taking this Halloween off.
You're that dialed in.
We'll be serving candy at the front door.
That's the best part of Halloween anyway, is the opening the door for trick-or-treaters. I love it. Okay, enough small talk. Let's get into it. Sunday night was so amazing. 350-plus passing yards, 3 passing touchdowns. No turnovers, Jordan. No turnovers, no sacks, Pookie. 20 straight completions. No other quarterback has done that ever. Do you know the number of completions as it was climbing up to 20? When you're out there on the field and it's 5 straight, 11 straight, were you keeping track?
No, I actually had no idea, honestly. I didn't know until after the game. Somebody told me, and I told Matt and joked around. I'm like, man, I wish somebody would have told me. I wouldn't have dirted the one I did to Tuck. Try to keep that thing going. But no, I had no idea. It's one of those things. I mean, you're not thinking about that during the game. You're just going out there and playing, and it's cool stuff to look at after. But definitely wish somebody would have told me so I could have kept it going.
I feel like I've never been on an NFL team. Isn't it a thing where you like kind of stay away from that person once they're on a heater? Like you don't want to mess with the juju? Is that why they don't tell you?
Nah, I mean, that might be a thing. Yeah, that might be, they don't want to mess with the juju. That could be, if you tell me, then I might go out there and throw an incomplete pass, and then you say it's bad juju. So that could be, but me, I wish somebody would have told me right then. But it's tough.
I love that. It's an insane game. And then I want to talk about something that isn't getting enough love is this. I mean, it was insane. The 33-yard pass to Christian Watson. Can you talk me through this?
Yeah, it's one of those plays at the line of scrimmage. We're trying to see what kind of coverage they're in, and I was thinking it might be, cover 1. And that's something that we noticed throughout the week, that their post safeties, they do like to try and jump some of the underneath through routes and different things over the middle. And so, getting Christian back, he's our deep play guy. And so we gave him a post on the outside. And, I felt like I was getting a little bit more pressure than what was there. So I started scrambling right. I really don't know if I needed to. And just kept my eyes down the middle and saw that the post safety was playing pretty low, and we had Christian over the top, and I tried to just give him, a ball that, he'd be able to come back to. And I thought, when I saw that safety start backing up like that, I thought he was going to be able to make a play, and the ball was able to go right past him, and Christian made a big-time catch.
Jordan, this is a throw very few people on earth can make. I literally told Matt, you should have said, come get some.
Come get some, yeah. Come get some right there. Nah.
It's such an insane throw, and I love I love the breakdown, and I like that you're giving Christian Watson some love there. He ended the day, first game back, 4 targets, 4 catches for 85 yards. I do feel like people underestimate how much he means to this team. Oh, yeah. No, he's it's one of those things where we've definitely missed him. He's battling ACL injury, been out, end of last season, obviously the first part of this season, and he's a big play guy for us. He's that deep threat. He's a big time receiver, and you see his impact when he gets back. 4 catches for 85 yards, and he caught everything that came his way. So he made those plays, and I think he does so much when he doesn't have the ball as well in the blocking game, and he made some big time blocks on a couple of those touchdowns we had. So you can't state enough how big his impact is out there. So it's great to have him back. This game was built up so much. I really appreciate, as just a fan of the team, like obviously my group text with my family in Appleton, all of it leading up to this for months. Before Aaron, you and I talked about it in like April, before he was officially signed, like what it would mean. I really have, as a fan, I gotta say, like, I appreciate you being kind of honest about it. Like, you wanted it. It meant something to you. It's respect, it's reverence, it's a big moment. Like, you talked about the pressure about it after the game. Like, that's very cool, because otherwise, like, it's BS. Like, we know it's a pretty big game. You were thinking about it. How did it compare to when it's actually happening? Pre-game, post-game, the 4 quarters in between. How does it compare to what you thought about and visualized about it, all these months being asked about it and thinking?
Yeah, like I said before, you know it's going to be a big game. You know, this week that's going to be the most talked about game of the week of A-Rod playing the Packers for the first time. Obviously, us going against each other, me being behind him for 3 years and learning. So you know what the week entails. And I think the coolest part was just when the game happened. You know, being out there on the field, looking across, seeing him on the other side, and just taking it all in and being grateful to be out there on the field and thinking back at all the memories we had together and just grateful for my time together with him and being able to learn. But like you said, I got so much respect for A-Rod and our time together, and I learned so much. And, I wouldn't be the player I am without having that time behind him and learning and watching him play. So I'm grateful. But definitely, you want to go out there and get that win. And, I think for him, he was trying to go out there and, be the player to beat every team in the NFL. So there was a lot riding on the game. And we went out there. We ended up getting the win. And, but like I said, it was just grateful to look over, see him in the sideline on the other side, and coin toss, be able to go out there and see him. So I was just taking it all in and grateful for it.
But you didn't. I remember, I read even in junior talking about seeing him pregame. It didn't. You guys did not. There was no talking till after, right?
Yeah, we didn't talk till after. But I knew that.
Yeah.
Pregame, I really don't like do too much talking, and I know A-Rod's not really a guy who goes out there pregame. My time with him, he never really goes out pregame, and I know he went out early and talked to some of the guys and some of the staff, but that was before I was out there. So I knew we'd see each other after the game and have our little talk. But yeah. How
much eye contact was there? I know that sounds weird, but the human perspective of you're looking over there. Did you look at that sideline? How many times did you guys lock eyes in this thing?
Oh, not too much. Definitely, like I said, pregame we're doing when they're singing the national anthem. I was looking across and we're kind of straight across from each other.
That's so I was definitely insane. Looking at him. That's so intense.
I was looking at him, just taking it all in. Coin toss, we were out there against each other, seeing each other. But not too much. During the game, I'm looking at the defense. I'm looking at their sideline for different reasons. So I wasn't really looking for what A-Rod. But it was fun. Like you said, just playing against him, seeing him out there on the field. So it was a cool environment to play in. Pittsburgh, they do a great job with their stadium. The environment there, it was great. So it was fun.
Do you have the jersey? What happens now? I need to know the rules of the game here. You said I need that. It's special. He said he muttered something. What's happening in the shot?
Yeah, no, I told him I need that jersey. He said he'll send it in the locker room. And we did jersey swap. We sent them to each other's locker room. So I got that jersey, which is awesome. It's a really cool moment. Definitely something that will be hanging on my wall. And just, like I said, I'm grateful for that moment between us.
It's amazing. We have to talk about Tucker Kraft. This guy's unbelievable. So when I saw you in training camp, it was the day there was some little squabble with the Seahawks, and I remember asking all of you, Tucker Kraft is just an animal. He's a maniac. He's like a spark. You can see it on the field. He makes this incredible play. You guys are down by 9. What does a play like this do for this offense? It feels like something changed after this.
Oh, that's a big spark play. That's a play that brings energy to the entire team. You're talking about 3rd and 5, inside our own 30. I'm getting hit, and I'm just kind of throwing a pass up, and he's got man coverage, and he makes a play, come back to the ball. And then, Tuck doing what Tuck's been doing all season is to go get that yak. He's got 2 dudes chasing down the field. He's stiff-arming guys. He's breaking tackles. How big of a player he is, and just he always seems to be week after week making these big-time plays where he's just getting crazy yards after catch, and he runs so hard when he gets the ball. So I remember I'm getting tackled, and I'm looking up at the Jumbotron after, and I hear the crowd going crazy. I'm like, either he caught it or it's an interception. I don't know what happened. And I see him running down the field, stiff-arming everybody. I'm like, oh, my goodness. So, you can't speak enough of how good he's been playing. And like you said, it's stuff that he does every day in practice and training camp, and he's kind of that juice guy, that spark plug for us right now. So he's doing great things. Yeah, there are no questions about him from Packers fans, but they sure are impatient for wanting something more from Matthew Golden. This kid's 8 games in, so many questions. And I think it's the passion of the fan base. We know what he can do. We want to see more. Do you feel like that's crazy? Or do you feel like we're just scratching the surface with him? No, for sure. I think people are just starting to see, what we see in practice from MG every day. I know he's going to be a really great player in the NFL. And, I think it's just early. We haven't found ways to be able to get him the ball as much. And, some of that's where on me trying to find ways to get him the ball. Some of us just on the plays. And we got so many different receivers and weapons out there that, it's one of those things where it is hard to always get guys the ball. But I always tell guys, some guys will have a great game one day and some guys might have a great day another day. So it's just, you got to stay in that right mindset of coming in, working every day and finding ways to get better yourself. And, as a receiver, as a tight end, as a running back, you never know when your number's going to get called. So you just got to be ready to make plays when it does. But MG, I think we're going to keep finding ways to get him the ball, and he's going to have a great career here. No doubt about it.
How's that Micah Parsons working out?
Mike has been amazing. Yeah, it's been great. I think y'all can see what he's doing on the field. He's a crazy player.
You're welcome. I thought maybe I'd get a thank you from you. I told you I was working on that situation. And
thank you. The people's GM, is that what we call it?
That's what I call myself. You have Carolina and Philly the next 2 weeks. Eagles on Monday night. This is a very exciting time for you. I could not be more excited. Thank you for sharing all of that, and just congratulations, Pookie. I can't call you Pookie. I can't. What do you want to go by? What's acceptable, Jordan? Just Jordan?
J Love is always an easy nickname. That's kind of what I've been called my whole life. So J Love's cool, but everybody, they're having fun with Pookie, silly body. So who knows? I'm always good with J Love.
Veronica's just pulling the strings. I'm telling you.
Yeah, she leaking all the info, huh? No, I know it's not her.
Come get some. That's the message, I think, to the rest of the NFC and the NFL. Congratulations. Enjoy your quiet Halloween, as you're clearly dialed in.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Jordan. Appreciate you so much. We'll be back after this. We'll give out some Atta Boys from the week. You heard it, Matthew Golden. Crushing. Continues to crush, will continue to crush. By the way, am I arranging a trade for a corner? I don't know. Packers fans need to hear from you. He's the best. Like, I become fan. Like, he brings me back to fan. Does that make any sense?
No, I totally get it.
He's so media good. He doesn't really say anything. He's it's just a delight. But I don't get mad at him for it. He just does it. He's very impressive always.
Yeah.
I think he
just imagine if you're
on the show.
He is. He's unbelievable.
Imagine
I'm just imagining being a kid in Wisconsin and you go trick or treating and there's Jordan Love passing out Snickers bars.
Why do you think they're not doing? There's some. I've got thoughts. We did the research. I've got thoughts. Interesting. Okay. What else should I have asked him? We let him go so early. What should I have asked him?
I'm thinking all the stuff we talked out,
We didn't ask him anything about these games coming up.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to go because the Eagles is the one. Everybody has circled and scheduled all that stuff, but it's hard to. He's not going to overlook the Panthers. To your point.
What did he say about how it compared to what he thought? Nothing, right? He just knew it was going to be a big game. I just wonder how much he preyed on this game, by whatever definition. How much he
manifested,
visualized that. You can't visualize 20 straight.
Yeah.
It's insane that you want to talk about what a gamer he is. He wants to be told he's got a streak going.
I know. I wouldn't want to know.
Don't you dare, if I ever had any sort of streak going, don't you dare tell me.
Yeah.
But I like that he wants to know that.
Yeah.
And he thought he wouldn't have. What were you saying about Brett?
Oh, I was he could have just laid down like Brett Favre against Strahan, taken the sack, break the record the next play, get that completion.
In my ear saying these things while Jordan's talking. I'm like,
but I love that. That's where.
What's his name? Christian Watson too. That was great.
Yeah.
But now he's saying, like, that's our deep guy. I'm so confused. But I think that's the point. Like, I think we're trying to put what we think should happen onto the Packers, and LaFleur's like, shut up, this is what.
Here's Cook. Good patient run. He Bussin through. Off to the races. James Cook.
Atta boy.
Down the stretch. Hall tosses to the end zone. And he's got Taylor.
Atta boy. Wow.
Give the first half game ball to Anthony Nelson.
Atta boy.
That's right, Atta boy. This is where we shine a little light. We give a little love. We have J-Love on the show. We have two guys who don't love Halloween on the show, and now it's time to give out our Atta Boys. These are special performances from the week that was, and that was, in fact, week 8. Somehow, I'm starting today with Anthony Nelson, okay? Bucks edge rusher. He had himself a day. Atta boy. He fills in for Hassan Reddick. Let me set the stage for you if you missed this one. It's 0-0. This is the second quarter you're looking at. Saints stopped Tampa on 4 straight plays to the goal line, and this is what happened. This is the next thing. Tipped the ball like you just saw. Comes down with the pick. I should have timed this out better. I apologize. Here you go. Okay, stiff arm Spencer Rattler. Just an incredible performance. By the way, this is what got the ball rolling for the whole team. Tampa never looked back. Pick 6, he racks up 2 sacks, forced fumble. What a freaking day, and exactly what we need for them to bounce back and be the contenders that we know they can. Okay, next up, attaboy to Breece Hall. His role in the Jets win over the Bengals. I'm not even talking about the Bengals on the show this week. I'm just not doing it. 133 yards, 2 touchdowns, throws the unreal game. Look at this. Breece, we love you. That's Mason Taylor, by the way, to complete this comeback. Attaboy, I'm happy for them. They get their first win of the year. Breece didn't just make it happen, but he put it, exactly where only Mason could get it, which I love to see. He's, by the way, one of 6 running backs ever, Breece, to have 130-plus on the ground, 2 rushing scores, a touchdown pass in the same game. LT, the last to do it over 20 years ago. There are guys with leather helmets on this list, okay? That's what's happening. That's how rare this was. I love it for Breece. I don't know. Let's put a little pin in that. Let's get back to Breece here in a second. Finally, attaboy, Jonathan Taylor. He should get one every week. 174 yards total on just 14 touches. They get the win over the Titans, 3 touchdowns. He's now up to a league-leading 14 on the year already, while averaging 6 yards per carry. Attaboy to him, and beyond how great he was on Sunday. I just wanted to bring him up here, and so did Hamilton, so we can put this out there. Chew on this morning. That was his 4th game this season with 3 touchdowns. Jonathan Taylor has already had 4 games with 3 touchdowns this season. That is tied for 4th most in a single season all freaking time. Tied with Jim Brown, tied with the likes of Jerry Rice. And he still has more than a half a season to go to catch LaDainian at the top ski right there. He's on pace for 30 touchdowns right now. That puts him just 1 short of LT's single season record right there. Read it and weep. Those are our attaboys. And Hamilton, I will returneth. Can you tell me about the depth at Colts running back right now really quick? Sorry to put you on the spot. Am I wrong?
The Colts depth at running back.
Yeah. Is depth a thing, like a curmudgeon-y, anti-magic take?
I mean, if God forbid something were to happen to Jonathan Taylor, I mean, Amir Abdullah has played well in spots in his role as kind of like a receiving back there for them, but yeah, they don't really have a guy. Not even Jonathan Taylor,
just like the depth. Is the depth on the team where it needs to be for January, February?
Defensively, I think it would be a concern. Offensively, like they have a lot of guys that can catch the football and make plays. Like it's, if they start getting some injuries on defense, yeah, I could see that being an issue. But
no,
luckily they're healthy right now.
Let's go back to Breece Hall. Cal, if we can pull up that free agent list. Breece is on there, right? No, not free agent, trade target list.
The trade targets,
is he
yeah.
on there?
Yeah, he is.
What do you think about that? Brilliant, beautiful performance. They have him out there throwing a touchdown, Hammy. If that doesn't say, make the phone call to Muji, what does? What does?
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see him in Kansas City.
Really?
He would fit so well into that offense and what they're doing. And that's, if you look at, you talked about how complete the Chiefs are. Mm-hmm. If there's one thing that they're missing, it's that.
No,
and
because the boys made me feel stupid for bringing that up to them. Did you see that? They were like, what are you talking about? Pacheco's fine. They're good. He can run. I'm sitting here watching this game yesterday, and my texts to you, I can read them, are like, what's with the run game? Is Patrick Mahomes the lead rusher again? Like,
and he was for a while, yeah.
And Rashee Rice had like more rushing yards than some of these running backs, and like this like committee approach, I guess, could work. Is it, how big of a concern? I mean, you dig into the Chiefs more than most. How big of a concern is this?
I don't think it's a huge concern necessarily, but it would be such a huge help if they got somebody who can really do it. Because obviously, like, the offense is clicking, but you don't want to be totally one-dimensional. You want to be able to run the ball when you have to, and it would be. It's the last piece that I think would push them over the edge. I mean, they might win a Super Bowl even without that move, but to me, if they make that move, it's on. It's happening.
I'm trying to think. Reed said, I should have told you the injuries because Pop's one of those. That's Pacheco. Hurt his knee. Yeah. We don't have a real update. But I guess all indications reportedly are that it's not super. I mean, he left in the fourth quarter?
Yeah. Yeah, it was when they were trying to run out the clock. He took an awkward hit.
All indications are it's not serious. That schedule that these Chiefs are facing is brutal. I think at this point we're kind of poking holes. In 3 weeks, this is what happened. And now they're it's just unbelievable. That Denver game is unbelievable. There are some really great games on the docket. And Game 4, I believe, is tonight between the Dodgers and the Blue Jays. Did you stay up watching it? No way. You're on the East Coast. That's 5.
I did not. Nah. I think I made it to. It was about the 15th inning.
Okay. Let's say I go tonight. What do I need to know? We got a minute left. Go for it.
I mean, the big thing is, are they going to pitch to Ohtani for the rest of the series? Is the big thing.
Can you bet on that? Can you bet on how many? But there's no way to say, right?
Yeah, I mean,
this is so dumb, but I've never bet on baseball. Yeah. Can you bet on walks?
Yeah, you can bet on him getting on base, all that stuff, which is a total gimme at this point. He got on base 9 times. I don't think I've ever seen anybody get on base 9 times in a game.
9 times. Ferris Bueller, Ed Rooney, 9 times he got on base.
It's absolutely ridiculous.
I want to hear from the people who stayed at that game. I believe it's still a rule that you cannot sell alcohol after the 7th, no matter what happens, rain or shine, rain delay or whatever. So we're talking 10 sober innings, 11 sober innings.
11.
And then, and so most people stop in this, I'm the idiot that's it's the 7th inning, let's go get a beer. That is, Dodger fans, here's to you.